The first electric washing machine was invented in 1908 by Alva J. Fisher, called the Thor, which revolutionized home laundry by mechanizing the agitation process that had previously required intense manual labor. The fully automatic washing machine didn't become widely available until after World War II, fundamentally transforming household work by freeing up significant time previously spent on laundry. It was also a good way for men to get off of their lazy butts and help around the house.
It's been a long, long time coming. It's been a long, long, long time. It's been a long, long time coming. It's been a long, long, long time.
Okay, I know that the big question that you all have is what the heck do you guys do when you have to go to the bathroom? We're off grid here, so we're not tied into any sewer system or anything like that. So what do we do? I just know it's the burning question that you have. I'm gonna show you. So when we got here, there was a composting toilet. I knew nothing about it, nothing at all. So trial and error and internet, and I think I've got it figured out now. So we have this Sunmar composting toilet. I like that it's outside. So inside, we basically have an RV toilet. It has a foot pedal. It does have water going to it, but it's very low flow. And the apparatus, I guess, for lack of a better word, is outside. So it's underneath the cabin. So we don't have to deal with any of that being inside. I've seen some of them that are inside cabins and they're like this giant throne. Hallelujah. Ours is not like that, but there's maintenance. Now, my job is the maintenance on this toilet because I like to have a toilet that's inside. And Dave has a toilet that's outside, Hallelujah. Which I'll show you later. So I'm going to show you the toilet. I'm going to show you what I have to do. I hope that you don't get offended by seeing a composting toilet, because here it is. Voila! The Centrex Sunmar. Okay, you can probably hear noise, a motor running, so there is a fan in here. So the fan apparently helps so that there's very little smell, and I can actually attest to that. There is very little smell. We don't smell it inside. And then it also has a heater, this one, and that's for colder temperatures. And we are here in October. It's just weird that it's so warm right now, but the heat is supposed to speed up the composting. Every single day I have to add these wood shavings to this drum. You want to add 1 cup per person per day. So right now we have 3 people here. However, Dave isn't really using it. So basically 2 people and maybe a half. So I need to add 2.5 cups. That's pretty easy. So I'm going to do that. Show you what's inside. This little doohickey is a 1/2 cup, so I need to add 5 of these.
Can you do the math real quick again? You lost me.
I'm gonna take this little cover off, and I have to put the opening to where I can get to it. Now, the other thing, every other day I need to add this enzymatic spray. So I'm gonna do that today too. So I have it in my little spray bottle, and you need to add about 6 sprays, 4 to 6.
Can you do the math real quick again?
There. All right, now you need to turn the drum, and I guess that mixes everything together and starts the composting. Now, any liquid waste actually bypasses that drum and goes to this tube, and then it drains. So we do have a drain that goes out, yes, in way back in the yard, I mean, come on, it's just a little bit of liquid waste. It's nothing. And I get my exercise on one arm. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you have to make sure that the hole goes up here to that pipe, because that pipe is where everything's coming out of the toilet, right there.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. I said, you can't get offended. If you're watching off-grid videos, you're not gonna get offended by this. When this gets about half full, you turn it the opposite way and it will dump into what's called the finishing drawer.
Ah.
It has to sit there for about 1 to 2 weeks until it finishes composting. Now, like I said, this version, it doesn't take real long because it's got that heater. Once you dump things into the finishing drawer, or anytime you're starting composting, like when we come back in the spring, then you have to add a microbe mixture. Isn't that fun to say, microbe mixture?
Microbe mixer. Yeah, that was fun.
I used to be, I used to take microbiology, and I actually managed a lab, a clinical lab, so I think it's kind of cool. So I'll get that. I'm not going to put it in today, but I'll show you. There it is, microbe mixture, and it's just 1 tablespoon. Anytime that, look, I'm winded from doing that. Now I got to get like the other arm going. I need to get my weight. So that's pretty easy. That's all I have to do, and I come out every day and do that, and it's my little chore, and I do not mind it at all, because like I said, then I'm able to just have my own indoor toilet, and I love it. Now I'm going to show you what Dave does. So we have this lattice all the way around the cabin because animals can get in. Now all of the small animals like rodents and things, they'll still get in, but we've had bears around, and so we don't want to have a bear underneath our cabin, or maybe something like a raccoon or porcupine or something like that. So that's why we have all the lattice around the bottom.
So Jacqueline just said that we've had bears here, and the other day they spotted a mama with 2 babies, and we went to the gas station, I don't know, 3 days ago, and we were talking to a guy from Ontario, and I'm filling the gas can for the boat. Not like we fill several gas cans and bring them back and fill them here, and all of a sudden gas started spilling out the side of the gas can. I'm like, what the heck's going on? He's like, yeah, you're spilling off the side. I'm like, and he looked and he said, that bear, a bear chewed your can, a bear bit through your can, and that was the teeth marks. He bit right through the can. That shows how big their mouth is, and spilled gas, and I had to cover it and then pour it into the truck. Thank gosh. Thank gosh. Sorry for my language. I totally apologize. Oh, shucks. I moved all of the gas cans now into the shed. When I use the outhouse at night, I open the door with the flashlight and I stick my head out and I sweep the entire area first before I go out. And then when I walk out, around the corner, I look, because you don't want to surprise them. So something to be aware of, and you don't want to screw around because they'll eat your gas cans. They're expensive.
So we never leave food out because we know, you know, we've camped our whole lives and we know not to leave food out, but the fact that they would chew a gas can, that's something that we never knew. Never had any idea that they would do that. So yeah, we're just very careful about what we leave out.
Well, and the other thing to think about too is we have a grill out on our deck.
Yeah.
So you grill, and then there are, you know, pieces of charcoal or meat or whatever, and so you have to be aware of that. You can only do so much. I mean, if we were backpacking, we'd be having bear cans, we'd hang them from the trees and everything, but like Jacqueline said, that we don't leave food out, but just as careful as we can be, we try to be. Hey, yeah. Thanks for letting me get in on your segment.
Absolutely. Well, I was going to say something else, and now I can't remember why, but it was something when you were talking about the bear and the... Anyhow, I was going to say, congratulations, Dad, on getting your moose this year. I think that's really, really cool, and I'm really proud of you, and I'm happy that you were able to do that. And that moose feeds several families, so it's just great that you were able to get that moose.
Nice job on the moose! Was that the shout out? Is that the shout out? Is that a shout out?
What?
Is that a shout out?
What?
A shout out
What?
for the moose.
What?
You'll be fine.
All right,
buff right out.
Let's go look at your potty. Segment number 2 of where do we go to the bathroom? Let's go.
Is that a pun?
So here's Dave's bathroom that he goes in, and yeah, it's kind of scary. It's like something out of Friday the 13th.
That was brand new 2 months ago. Brand new. And that's what happened to it.
Oh, that was good. Dave actually has a more luxurious outhouse, or privy as he calls it. So let's go see it. Took you in the back way because I wanted to show you that one. See, he has a porch, which is nice. He can just sit out here if he wants to. Get his lawn chair. I'm gonna get you a lawn chair, honey. Then that way you can sit out here. And I put a little sensor light on here. Is it still working? I guess it's too light right now.
My brother refers to it as a porch with an outhouse, not an outhouse with a porch. So the nice thing is you can sit out here and wait for the person before you to finish. You just sit right on this little porch.
Are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet?
And then you can encourage people to hurry up.
Anyhow, this is the privy that Dave uses, and I'll let him describe it, but he actually loves being able to come out here and have his privacy in the privy, and which is great for us because it gets him away. And so my mom and I have just been like enjoying it. In fact, we lock the doors sometimes so that he can't get back in.
I thought this was a safe space. The trust tree, the thing with the tree and the trust. No? The thing, the tree? Go away, I'll come back later. Oh, hi. I didn't know there was a film crew here. When did you guys show up? Oh, who knew? Come, I show you. Housekeeping is here only on Thursdays and Mondays. We have Lime in a Bucket. Is that an album? Was that a song called Lime in a Bucket from the 90s, early 90s? Have Lime in a Bucket. This little powdered lime you put down to help with the odor. We keep bear spray out here just in case you're out here and a bear comes out here and you can't get out. You don't want to spend the night in here. Extra toilet paper. Wired magazine with Lewis Hamilton, an amazing F1 driver. A little conch for the bugs. A broom that I never ever use, but I've read about those online and they seem pretty cool. I've read about brooms. And then it's just a pit toilet. Not even a pit toilet, this just goes into the ground. One thing that we're doing right now is we're offering a deal to our viewers that we're gonna do a drawing, and if you win the drawing, you get to sublet the basement in our outhouse. And we'll give you a great price on it. You can come out and stay down in the basement, have a couch down there, and you'll be good to go. We'll even give you cable TV. That, people, is an off-grid outhouse. Wait, that doesn't lock from the outside, right? Oh, it does lock from the outside. Help? Hello? Hello?
See you later, honey.
Can you grab my phone so I can call for help?
We good? Welcome to another healthy living tip with Jacqueline. Have you ever been out and about and you're really, really hungry and then you grab something that's not so good for you? Well, that's been happening to some of my clients too. So my best piece of advice is to be prepared. Now that means always having a healthy snack with you. So some of the things that I carry around are almonds, and I literally will put this entire bag in my purse and carry that around with me. I also have healthy, nutritious bars that I carry, and sometimes I'll even throw string cheese in my purse. Now, the other thing you want to be prepared for is your meals. So if you're going to be getting home and having dinner, and if you're rushed and you're hungry, again, you're going to grab the wrong things. So it might take a little bit of time, but I have clients get prepared the Sunday before the week starts usually. Just go through your recipes, pick out a couple of staples, make sure you have those available. And you know what? If you have to, you can always use frozen vegetables, canned vegetables if you have to. Whatever it takes to get the healthy things into your body. So be prepared. And here's another client transformation. If you want more information about my program and about what I do, or you want to see some of those healthy recipes, go ahead and look me up on Facebook, Jacqueline Hudson Coach, Or you can just email me at theborderhookups@gmail.com and ask me some questions. And that's been another healthy living tip with Jacqueline.
All right, you guys, in past episodes, I ran into town and got wood because we didn't have any dry wood out here. So we have a bunch on the ground because we took down a bunch of birch trees that were dying anyway. We didn't want them to land on the house. So what I did is, a neighbor a ways away said, I have a log splitter, an electric log splitter. And I was like, can I borrow it? And he said, absolutely. So I went over and grabbed that. It was a challenge dragging it through the woods though, because the little wheels are this far apart. So it kept doing this, wanting to tip over. One reason that we don't split wood by hand, I've done it in the past, like when I was in college and working at summer camps and things, it's dangerous. And I don't want to get an injury out here, so it's much better for me to use an electric log splitter or even a gas log splitter, but we don't have either, so I use the electric one, and it works out pretty slick. Let me show you what it looks like. I have it covered up over here because it rained last night. Right after I brought it over, it started to rain, and I didn't want to wreck his log splitter, so I covered it with a tarp. And I cut a few pieces just to check it out before I show you guys, but here I'll show you. So there it is. Now I saw that he had a stand that it sits on to raise it up in the air, but I didn't grab that because I was just one person running over. I get too involved in this wood splitting and there's too much, then I'll grab the stand and raise it up. These are great. My father-in-law has one, and he puts it on his tailgate of his truck. So I'll just try it on the ground for now, but I have to go plug it in. I plug it in right to the outside of the shed, and it doesn't seem to draw a lot of power. At least I didn't notice. You know, I was trying to run it and see at the same time, but maybe we'll check that. Jacqueline will run in there while I start it up and she can tell me how much power it's drawing. We have wood that I got in town that is dry for next spring. This probably won't be dry until next fall. So this will sit under a tarp until then, but we have enough to get us through the spring, and we don't need it really in the summer. We just burn little branches outside if we want to fire or scrap wood from under the cottage. So anyway, I'm gonna go plug it in and we'll see how it works. I'm making a mess. You can see why they have it on a stand, because this is something I learned in working in the music business. I kind of make a little loop, because then if somebody trips on the cord, it doesn't unplug it. I'll grab a log here. Now these are pretty old. These have been, they're pretty spongy, but you at least get the idea.
Is there eye protection?
This is like putting a sponge in there, but it works. And then usually, see, that's pretty crappy wood, but we have some better stuff that we're gonna use as well.
I'm gonna do that as long as you put eye protection on.
Oh, we're good. I'll go get it.
Okay. You know, they say that men who are married live longer. Now you know why.
I heard that.
Love you, honey. You guys, this is such a beautiful day. It is October. It's fall in Northern Ontario. Like, how crazy is this? You can tell by the trees because they're changing colors, but I'm in shorts. Like, it's insane. Look how beautiful it is out here. All right, I think he's ready. Right down here, it's the load, and it's just over 400 watts. Okay. Okay, so it started, we were at about 400 and, I don't know, 70 watts. And then it had a hit and it went up to about 1100. And then it came down to 800 and then 600 and then back down to 400.
That's pretty typical with motors. They get that initial hit, and that's like air conditioning units. That's what gets you, is that first hit. And that's why in a lot of air conditioning units, they use soft starts, which, a matter of fact, is in our description for soft start. And you can check them out there in the description. That wasn't planned. It just happened to come up. So it's that first hit that gets you. So anyway, all of this is powering off of our lithium batteries. And we've talked about this before, and I'm going to talk about it again, and I will talk about it again, how nice it was for Latime to come out and come through with, I should say, with lithium batteries, because we didn't have batteries. Our batteries were cooked. If Latime hadn't come through, it would have been a bad deal. One nice thing about them is they have a 5-year warranty. Hopefully we never have to use that. And they're not that heavy, 83 pounds. Jacqueline and I carried those things between the two of us, and 5 of them. We had 5 of them come in, and it was lickety split. A quick other side note is that they came in and sponsored Romp It Up in our music festival last year, and we were able to buy a lot of toys for kids to get for the holiday season for families in need. So not only are they great batteries for us out here, but it's a great social thing and a good thing that came through and helped us out with that as well. So we love the batteries. We have 4 of them. They're stacked on shelves inside of the shed. And then it gives us plenty of power to keep our cottage running. And it takes more power than an RV, I'll tell you that much. So thank you, Latime. We appreciate you guys. And let's go split some more wood.
So that's this week's video, and I really, really hope that you guys got something out of this. I hope that you got some information and some entertainment and just happiness and joy out of this. So thank you so much for being here and for watching.
Thanks for watching another episode of the Border Hookups. Please remember to subscribe and to ding that bell so we can let you guys know as to when we have more episodes coming out.
If you like what you saw, please just comment below, because we would absolutely love to see your comments and be able to respond to you, just so that we know that you're out there. And we hope to see you one day out on the road or up in Northern Ontario.
Out in the woods.
See you out here.
See you out here.
Uneven. There we go. You know what? I almost forgot. We have one more option for doing your business, and I'm going to show it to you. It's right here. Yep, it's the Luggable-Loo. There it is. So this is basically just a bucket, but it has a lid that has a seat on it. And they do come with liners so that if you have to go number 2, you could actually do that. But this is great because we can bring this out in the boat just in case we're in the middle of the lake and you don't want to jump in. And we bring this camping. So if we want to go camp on one of the islands on the lake, you literally just bring this with you. It is awesome. That's it. The Luggable-Loo. Easy.